Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore of the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ball was teed up, Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. On the return, it's Jalen Knoll. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Stroud off of play action. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from the 32. To the air, Stroud. That first down throw is going to wind up incomplete. Defender in the area making a nice play on the football. Now it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
Back to the air they go on 2nd. Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to
think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Here's Stroud again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out, how in the heck do we turn this around?
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. Stroud's going to throw for it. That's cool. This is Kirk. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That's going to be a 20-yard hit on fourth down, Brock. That keeps this drive moving.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly, sacks, negative yardage plays, they not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
Not an enviable spot as they come up, third and long. Here he goes, third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. A great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And now they face second down.
All right.
Looking to throw, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing third and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And they take him down right along the 30. Offense up to the line fast.
It's fourth down.
Stroud gonna go on fourth down. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're gonna mark him at the 14. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
16 yards. And the Texans first down.
First down throw by Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's gonna be first and goal now.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
All right.
Mixon. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. First and 10 from the 32.
319, back north.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
258.
Rodgers from the gun. Throw left side finds Fryermuth. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw. Quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Running back sent in motion. 3rd and 2. Rodgers. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Down a score and taking a big risk on their own side here. They're lining up to try for this. Here we go. 4th down with Rodgers. He's got his man. This is Austin. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. So they hit him for 5 yards on 4th down, and they get the successful conversion.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
258.
From the gun, it gives to Gainwell. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Taking a shot deep here. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. That's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
4th down now, Rodgers. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
319. Wind out. You got 58. Stay right.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Into a crowd, and the ball intercepted. Jimmy Ward has it. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Tony. 19. Okay.
Shotgun now, first round. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. He hangs on to that football, Brock, for a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
First down, Houston.
Oh, right. Buggy. 18.
From the gun, Stroud. Still going inside the 35. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. A handoff from Mixon, running right. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans will add to their lead at the end of the half. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
So before we get in attempts, there's contact up front. Will it make this field goal easier or harder? All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through.
Texans 14, Steelers nothing.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here's Gainwell. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out.
They're on the 17-yard line.
1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
No. Blue 58.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Gets everything he has under this one. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
No. Blue 58.
Gainwell trying the right side. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there and make that stop.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They stick with Gainwell. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Third and long, they're going to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to down it by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers in the 80s, they were making hay with it then. And the running back's still doing it to this day. You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
On 2nd down, Warren. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
58!
He has the first over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. And dose of the hurry up here.
And the Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First down throw here by Rodgers. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Taking a chance to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
58!
They'll air it out on 3rd. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Reed with the INT. And the Texans will set up just